Hey guys, MiddleAgedGamer here. We're playing Train Simulator 2014 TS2014 if you want to be a dick about it. Anyways, we'll go ahead and hit drive and go into the career scenario. And we're going to be doing the London to Faversham high-speed frostfall career scenario using the class 395 EMU right here. And it's an absolute joy to drive. Anyway, it says drive the 395 from St. Pancras, making your way towards Faversham. It is winter and a snowstorm is on the way, which may disrupt your journey. It's about 60 minutes long and 65 minutes of my slow talking, and it's about 3 yellow circles, which is medium difficulty, fairly hard depending on how you look at it. Let's go ahead and load up the scenario real quick. First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for watching, but also when the game loads up, make sure to hit T to load the passengers. T as in Tom, in case my pronunciation's bad. So hit T as soon as it loads up before you read the little cue cards, as I call them. This is the cue card. And today I'll be driving from St. Pancras. Usually your journey would take you as far as Faversham. And, but a snowstorm has been forecast and it's likely that will be some disruption. Load passengers here at St. Pancras and drive carefully. And I cannot talk today, cannot read either. So turn the cab light on. Obviously we don't have good line voltage. Let's go ahead and get good line voltage. And turn off the AWS system when it comes on. There we go, got good line voltage. And last but not least, let's go ahead and turn the daytime running lights on real fast. And that should be it. If it's raining outside, we'll of course turn the windshield wipers on. Just want to check my headlights, which are good. And of course we're at St. Pancras, which is a beautifully modeled station, if I do say so myself. Alright, passengers have boarded the train, we're ready to depart. Let's go ahead and start moving forward then. We are on overhead power, and we will have to switch to the third rail or DC power once we get to Ebbsfleet. So this is the high speed section that has TVM signaling on it. Once we get to Ebbsfleet and past it, there will be no TVM signaling, and we will be on third rail power as opposed to the overhead power like we are now. Let's go ahead and get windshield wipers on. And you can see it was a red light, then it was yellow, so it's a signal that there is a train in front of us. We'll find out if there actually is here shortly though. And just be a little bit mindful of your speed. It's very, very easy to go over 25 miles here, especially when you head to the downhill section coming up. I'm heading down this decline through this small tunnel here. We're all very, very familiar with this part of the route given my other videos. And I'm referring to the there and back again career scenario. Again, not in too much of a rush right now with all the signals in front of us. We don't want to hit a red light. Be mindful of that. And we'll have one more decline heading into the high-speed tunnel up ahead. Should have grabbed a beer, not a Coke, but that's okay. There's always a next time, right? And just be mindful of the TVM signaling right now. We can go ahead and speed up here. Again, keep in mind we are following another train behind this tunnel, at least I believe we are. So, depending on how far we are behind that train, it may have us slow down here in this tunnel instead of doing the 225 kilometers like you can do. Keep in mind, once I hit 500 subscribers, I will be giving a prize giveaway. The prize is going to be either this game as a bundle, or you can choose a DLC route, and I'll have a couple that you guys can choose from out there. So make sure you guys definitely subscribe. I'm way over 300 subscribers, so I'm getting fairly close to the 500, probably about 100 more or so subscribers to go, and I'll release a video showing how you guys can enter out there as well. Alright, so keep saying, you know, get down to 100, just be mindful of that. That means we're probably right on the heels of the other train here in the tunnel. Not sure if we'll ever see it, but we'll find out. I'm just going to follow what it says. If it tells me or it flashes 100, I'm going to go ahead and brake to get to 100, just in case. Alright, so just over 2 miles to go, so Stratford's not a very far distance from where we were at. Let's go ahead and make sure we get down close to 100 since we're coming into the station. And of course I could have turned off the windshield wipers, didn't think about that. You guys can learn from my mistakes out there. It says go ahead and stop. So I guess we are actually on the hills of the next train. There we go. Go ahead and move back up now. Go ahead and get to 60 kilometers per hour here. Again, be careful. I really feel like there's going to be a train up here at Stratford. Not sure if it's going to leave before we actually get there or not, but just keep to whatever the TVM signaling is telling you. It's definitely telling you that for a reason. Oh, excuse me, for a reason. Let's see if we can actually see. Yeah, there is a train at the station, so we need to go ahead and slow down and stop, wait for that train to leave the station. And that's why we've been getting the slowdowns throughout the tunnel, as you guys can see. And the train looks like it's slowly pulling away from the station right now. It should be able to move forward here shortly. There we go. Lay some sander down just in case the track's wet as well. Go ahead and speed up and then we'll stop as quick as possible as well. Start braking right now. Again, I could have gone way farther up on the platform. I'm going to go ahead and stop right now though. Alright, so the passengers here at Stratford. Do a little close up so you guys can see the high resolution textures. To me it looks beautiful. Keep in mind we are on the overhead power right there. Let's go ahead and get back in cab here. Next stop's going to be Ebbsfleet. I think it's around 15 miles, but we'll see here in a second. Yeah, 16.86 miles to go. We'll be heading back into the high-speed tunnel for most of the next section. 16 miles would typically take you a long time. However, as you guys know, this thing definitely picks up and goes, so we'll be getting there fairly quickly. It's going to do full speed now, so we can do up to 225 kilometers per hour, which is good. And one view I forgot to do in the last section. It's right here. Still messing around with my audio, video, and webcam settings. Haven't got my stream on Twitch TV to be quite perfect yet, but you guys can tune in tomorrow, or Saturday, every Saturday I should say, at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. You guys can see me on Twitch TV, or at least hear me. Still working out how to get the webcam to work properly. The problem is I have two computers. I'm recording with one and playing off the other. So it's a bit difficult when running audio and video through another computer. And that was the driver vigilance system alarm going off. I haven't hit anything in 60 seconds. So every 60 seconds that you don't hit anything, whether it's throttle, brakes, what have you, that alarm will go off. You just hit Q to change it off or turn it off. Same thing that you do for the AWS system right here. So we're getting up there, almost 200 kilometers per hour, roughly 125 miles per hour. Absolutely hauling. And just look at the miles go down in the bottom left on our way here to Ebbsfleet. Let's go ahead and turn off the windshield wipers. Keep forgetting to do that once we hit the tunnel. No need for it. Going to try to keep it above 220 kilometers per hour. If you look at the time table below, it looks like we're running a bit late. Not sure if that's what it's supposed to be, but we'll find out once we get to the next station. And I'm going to follow the TBM signaling. Again, go ahead and get down to 200 miles per hour, 200 kilometers per hour right here. Definitely making good time. We're already down to about 10 miles to go right now. Coming out of the tunnel right now. Let's go ahead and slow down a bit. The windshield wipers back on. Not raining too bad. I'm going to keep it on the lowest setting for the windshield wipers, only because I feel the sound clip is a bit annoying, especially when you have it on the fast mode. Getting little blips of 170, then going back to 200. So I'm just going to keep a decent speed, not necessarily go back and forth too much. Still got that train in front of us, so just keep that in mind. at 170 right now. Let's see what happens at the next signal. I'm probably going to say 170 again. We actually need to get it down this time, so it's just warning us of the change in speed right there. Go ahead and make sure you get to 170 as soon as possible. That's a quick way to run the scenario right there. Just over 5 miles to go to get to Ebbsfleet, and then we'll be switching from overhead power to third rail power. And I haven't been beyond really Ebbsfleet, so I have no clue what lies ahead or how the track is. I'm just hoping I don't fail the scenario for any reason. Quick flyby just for a brief second. Let's get back in so we can figure out, make sure we don't miss a signal or go too fast in certain areas. And just a drizzle for the most part. I apologize for not being on the exterior a bit more, but I just want to make sure I don't fail the scenario. Go to another tunnel here before we get into Ebbsfleet. Just kind of waiting for it to give me a lower speed here, which I'm sure is coming any second now. Yeah, not the fastest I can come in. Let's go and get our speed down now to 100 before it shuts our locomotive off. Go. And as soon as we come out of the tunnel, we'll be hitting Ebbsfleet International, where we can pick up passengers. So far, so good. Definitely about a minute late on the time. I'm not sure if that's going to hurt me or not, if I'm actually running a minute late either way. Go ahead and get down to about 80 kilometers per hour right now, coming into the station. There we go. Running a bit hard, let's go ahead and go to the next notch on the windshield wipers there. We'll start braking at the beginning of the platform. Here we go. Fairly good stop. I could have drawn it out a little bit to the end of the platform, but let's go ahead and stop. Not a big deal. Most importantly is we need to go ahead and get changed over to DC. Go. And I need to get rid of that. There we go. So we now have officially switched from overhead power to the DC, which is the third rail power. And you can actually see the third rail if you look down. Take a quick look at the outside while we got a chance here. Beautiful rainy day. I guess it would be actually turning towards nighttime here. Go ahead and change it to night running as we head into the night. Again, we have the cab light on so we can see what we're doing, otherwise it would look like this and even darker in tones. Alright, looks like a snowstorm has started together. The snow will start falling soon. Continue with your journey for now. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And it doesn't look like it's raining that bad. Let's go ahead and cut this off for a second. Double yellow lights, so again, be mindful of the next section. Just want to make sure we don't run a red light for any reason. And it's starting to rain again. Let's go ahead and turn this on. We got plenty of time to get to Gravesend, so there's not really a huge rush. We're actually right on time now that I look at it. So a little bit of a rush. Sorry, I apologize about that. This is our ETA is almost right on time. Guess I just need to be mindful of the lights now. Single yellow light ahead. Let's go ahead and start slowing down a bit. And I think it went to double yellow right there. So yeah, we're still behind that same train that we've been following this entire journey. And I'm not going to really rush it if I don't have to. Back to a single yellow right here. Looks like it's a yellow single light. Thought that was a yellow light right there. And you're going to be a bit mindful coming in. Don't want to hit a red light around the corner. Yep. If you're going too fast right there, I would have just ran that red light. Let's go ahead and stop the train. That would have been very, very, very close to actually failing right there. Time for a little smoke. Alright, so we're stopped just outside of Gravesend, I should say. Alright, I got the clear. And we'll be switching off to the left-hand side of the track by the platform. Looks like it's snowing a bit as well as raining. Let's go and get this on fast. Looks like you can see a damn thing. I just hate that noise over and over again. I think it'd be a lot smoother in real life, but who knows, could be realistic. Should be switching off left track, I believe. Yep, there we go. Again, could have stopped a little bit farther on the platform. No need to. I don't want to pass the red light for any reason. Better be safe than sorry, in my opinion. So we're at Gravesend. Let's go ahead and look at our task list. We're going to Strood next. Rochester, Chatham, Gillingham, and of course the Gillingham train wash. I don't know why we're going through a train wash. We're getting a pretty good train wash right now, in my opinion. Still got a red light in front of us, so of course wait for that to go away before moving forward. There it goes. I'd really like to see a double yellow there before I really took off, but I don't see it. Still raining pretty good. I'm going to keep the windshield wipers on fast right there. And being a bit lackadaisical, if that's even a word, about the speed, seeing how there's a train in front of us, and not really going straight up to any of the speed limits too fast. Coming up on a single yellow. Just be mindful of the speed again. Stinky dog next to me, you're a stinky dog. Gotta get you on camera one of these days, huh? And just be mindful of the next light. Try to zoom in a bit. See if I can see it. It's yellow, it's good. Definitely what I want to see. So keep my speed in check. Seems like the guy in front of me is going super slow. Just gonna cruise around 50 miles per hour right now. ETA is good compared to our arrival time, about 15 seconds ahead. Just want to make sure we don't run through a double yellow for any reason, or excuse me, a single red, I should say. I'll run through a double yellow all day long. That's now a single yellow. Very, very dark outside. Very bad rain as well, as you can see. Not a whole lot. Looks like maybe farmland on both sides. Hard to say in the dark. It's going to hang out at about 50 miles an hour. Alright, got a yellow down there as well. To a double yellow, which is good. Let's see if we can just keep that at a double yellow. It's a single yellow right there. Let's go ahead and slow down. And I'm definitely afraid of hitting a red light around one of these corners, especially one of these blind corners. And there's that red light I was talking about right there, that I was definitely afraid of hitting. Go ahead and bring the train to a stop unless it changes all of a sudden. Kind of sucks, brings my train all the way to a stop. I could have just took my time from the get-go. So if you're playing this behind me or after watching this video, definitely take your time, have some coffee in this case. This would not be a good day to be shooting me speed or anything like that. About 3 miles to go into Strood. And let's see, we got another red light. Went back to yellow now. Just continue cruising on 30-40 miles per hour. Again, raining pretty hard at this point. Off the windshield wipers for a second. Can't see a goddamn thing. ETA is still right on time. I apologize, the dog is barking like an asshole. He knows I'm recording. Let's see what we have up there. It's got a yellow light. Let's go ahead and give it a little bit more speed now. Still not a double yellow going into the next tunnel though. A bit creepy and waiting for like a ghost to just pop out of nowhere. Don't see any sign of the light that's red. Let's go ahead and slow down. Barely see that little red light off in the distance. Not sure if that's for me or not. We'll go ahead and pull up just slowly. Can't see what the hell that is up there, honestly. Is that a red light? Because I can't tell. Looks like it though. Alright, looks like we got the yellow light now. Oh, maybe it was the rain causing that horrible effect. Still way ahead of schedule, it looks like. Can't tell what the next signal is. It looks like it's red to me so far. Almost looks like streaks. There we go. Definitely have a red light right there. Coast just a bit. It's probably the train that we were waiting for to leave right there. Either that or it could be the train in front of us on the same track as well. Go. Waiting for him to leave the platform, it seems like. Raining quite a bit. And just a quarter mile to go into the platform here. out here in the rain. I don't see one damn umbrella. See, I'd be under that platform up there. Looks like there's at least a roof covering from what I can tell right here. Go ahead and load and unload passengers right now. And next stop is going to be Rochester, Chatham, Gillingham, and Gillingham train wash. Bit boring, the fucking dog's annoying me. Fucking up my video, fucking up my concentration. And still on the third rail power right now. And there is no TDM signaling like the beginning of the scenario. Look outside right there. Looks like the same class as the London and Brighton missions are pretty similar. I don't recall exactly what class of locomotive that is or train that is. Get rid of that alarm, I don't know how, honestly. There we go. Fucking annoying alarm. Causing me to lose time. So let's go ahead and pull forward. Got a green light. Go ahead and try to do the max speed limit of whatever it tells me to do. Let's go ahead and turn that down just a bit. Good for now. Already dealing with the signals again. It just went from yellow to green. It's going to take about 3 minutes to go just under a mile, which is pretty insane as well. Hopefully that's not the case. You can already see the platform for Rochester coming on the screen below as well. Going back and forth, kind of afraid to get up closer to 30. Not sure what the track's going to do at any point. It looks fairly level on the graph below, but you just never know. Rochester platform. You can already see Chatham right beneath that. Typically how I do my stops right there towards the end of the platform. Go ahead and load passengers again. Another quick look at the task list. Chatham, and then Gillingham, only 2 miles away. So it looks like we're heading towards the end of the video. I haven't fucked up quite yet, thank God. And hopefully I didn't say that too early. Because you never know what can happen. I always throw a little twist in there at some point. So we'll be able to finish up a run to Gillingham. But you have to take your train to one of the sidings after dropping off passengers there. Okay, let's go ahead and see what it means by that. Sidings, I would assume it's the train wash, but don't know what that is. Just got caught speeding right there. Alright, at Chatham, loading passengers up. We're heading towards Gillingham, and then Gillingham train wash. Not sure if we're actually washing the train or not. Wouldn't quite make sense to me, given the weather conditions, but you never know. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, please go ahead and subscribe and make a comment on my YouTube videos. It keeps me going, helps me make more videos and try to make them better quality at the same time. Alright, just about done loading passengers here. Looks like I was on time for everything so far. We're at 8:75. And we got a green light, which is also positive. And 1.5 miles to go to Gillingham. Keep in mind I will be doing the prize giveaway at 500 subscribers, so keep a lookout for that. We've got about 100 or so subscribers to go. the same minute coming in as well. Double yellow. Should be good into the station, it looks like. I'm not going to do the max speed. My ETA is still, from what I can see, is on track. Only by a few seconds, so maybe we can go ahead and speed up to this in case. So I'll be careful not to come in too late. And hopefully that's a yellow light, which it looks like it is. And it looks like we should be clear going into the station here. Just want to be mindful of the red light we're coming up on. Make sure you stop before it, of course. I think I loaded the passengers just on time, at least I'm hoping, truly hoping that I did. And we'll be stopping at the Gillingham train wash next, which I'm hoping I don't have to reroute any of the tracks to get there. Does it look like I do? Alright, so we completed everything at the timetable despite the weather. It says we need to go ahead and head to the Gillingham train wash stop. And I don't know, I don't have, it's denied to pass, so obviously we can't get there quite yet. Look at the graph to see where we are. There we go, gotta move forward. Almost got caught off guard with that alarm. That would have been really shitty. Can't, of course, disable the alarm in that mode, obviously. Just gonna cruise at 15 miles per hour. There's no timetable on this last part of the journey, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'll make sure it's not on my track. Red lights, it's not. Quick look inside here. Pretty nice modeling. You've got your tablet, some crumpets, and of course some coffee here, which I'm sure if you watch this entire video, please tell me you're either drinking coffee or drinking a beverage of your choice. Beer, wine, liquor, whatever you do. Yeah, looks like we'll be switching off here. Don't want to get hit for speeding at the last second, almost got caught there as well. And we're going to bring the train to a stop, and that should be it, hopefully, for the mission. And it looks like we got 1,000 of 1,000. That was a bit of a harder mission. Had to keep track of all the different things as far as the lights go, speed, turning off the alarms, everything else. Stop, not sure why it's not going. Maybe I gotta hit the train wash up ahead. I gotta stop in the wash itself, I'm assuming. I'm going to go ahead and stop right here to see what happens first. There we go. So you got to stop in the train wash, because what's better than getting a train washed in the hailstorm and the rain that we're having? Hopefully they're just stopping it here for the time being because of the weather and not actually washing the train. But who knows? You never know with these developers. Well done, you have completed the scenario successfully. Looks like we got an achievement unlocked right there, which we'll check out here in just a second. Gonna log out of that. And we did get the full 1000 XP right there. We were on time for everything and no faults. Definitely positive. Let's go ahead and go back, take a look at what we unlocked there. Career tab. Still level 8 right there, not a huge deal. Where's it at? Right here. It says London Faversham, Ice, Javelin. Complete a scenario without penalties, Frostfall. Awesome. Alright guys, hey, it's been nice having you guys view, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, want to see any other routes, please go ahead and let me know. And again, I appreciate you guys watching. Take care.